You're probably reading the title and you're like, my 100k journey. Well, yes, it is my 100k trading journey, and I'm going to share with you guys what I'm doing, how I'm getting there, and what I'm doing to improve my gains. Am I going to share my wallet? No, that's the one thing I don't do. I don't share my wallet because I don't like copy traders and I don't want anyone copying my stuff. You always have to do your own research. I'm here to educate you guys and show you how you can literally be profitable and find the right tokens. Right. So, first of all, Dali, how can we even believe you're tradable if you're not going to show us your wallet or you're not going to do this and that? Dude, right. So, I have a paid Discord. It's in the description, right? It's a shill, whatever. I also have a free Telegram where I do calls. Also, follow me on X, right? I'm done with the shills. Anyways, I have a paid Discord and you're like, okay, what does the paid Discord do? Well, basically, people pay and I send in calls every so often. Now, I was on like a 2 week hiatus because I was a bit sick. I had some like complications and health issues and stuff like that. And I am still a little bit sick, but we'll move on. And you're like, okay, what are the P&Ls like, right? I have a snip here. This is exactly the P&L, like no word of a lie right here. So we have, um, in the last month, I've called 9 coins, right? So 1 month, I called 9 coins because I don't call that many. I always say quality over quantity, and that's like a huge thing I go for. So I called Frog 50k, 1 million, literally 20x if you had stayed in until 1 million. Obviously, it's your own choice. I'm just showing you the profits these guys make. So 4x, 3x, 3x, 4x, 3x. And you're like, okay, but like, okay, how are you finding these? Well, that's why I'm going to teach you this video, how I find these coins so I can educate you further. Obviously, if you want to pay for the Discord and get these calls, because, I know what I'm doing, basically, I'm showing you here, the only loss was on Bingus and it was a 1.3x. So I count that as a loss because no one's going to just take a 1.3x and run. You're gonna probably want to take more, so I do count that as a loss. Chunky, I don't count that as a loss at all because that's a long-term play, and I did share that. And also, Moo, it's a long-term play. It's I think 120 million right now, but that's like a long-term play. So them two, you can have them for free. You don't have to join the Discord for them, but I'm just telling you. Also Bobo and Billy and stuff like that. I'm pretty proud of my calls recently. I've been doing pretty well. Anyways, so let's have a look. You're like, okay, so how has this got to do with anything like your trading journey or how you're finding these winners or anything like that? Right. So I've identified Frog here, right? That's one of the coins I called. So I'll just show you, for example, right here. So we got a Frog. We're using BULLX, by the way. My referrals in the description. We always use BULLX, boys. I can't stress enough how this is genuinely the best trading platform by a long shot. So use BULLX, use my referral, it helps me out, and you also get early access because otherwise you can't access the trading, well, whatever, right? So you're like, oh, you sold Dali, whatever. I didn't actually sell, right? So I didn't take profits there, right? I bought an extra little bit there. And you can see here, right? I bought at 50k, I bought 1.4 million, right? So if you go to sell limit, this was for a trading series I was doing, but I didn't do it because I was sick, so I actually didn't get a chance to, follow through with the whole thing. So we have 1.4, 1.4 and 400k because I got in at 27k again, right? So we have 400k and we have 1.4, so we have 1.8 million tokens. So 1,800. 18k 100, there you go, right? So that's 1.8 million frog tokens right there. If we sold right now, we would have made 3.2, but let's say we sold that 1 million, the top, which highly likely could have happened. Like I genuinely could have done that. So off of my 0.5 Solana, I would have made 11.72 SOL if I would have sold right now, or would have sold in that moment if I had a set. Am I telling you to do that? No. I'm telling you take your 3, your 4, your 5x's. It just depends how you feel. I kind of knew this coin would do well from the start, so I held for a long time. I'm not going to say when I sold or whatever because I don't want anyone checking my wallets and stuff. But yeah, I do call stuff on X like that as well. And you're like, okay, Dali, so how did you find out what this token actually is doing, or how did you actually know it's going to make you money or go up? Right. By the way, 25k, 50k, whatever. So you go here and then it's like a frog right here, right? So 25 followers. I think that's actually glitched because they definitely don't have 25 followers only. That's crazy. Frog on. Oh, dude, you know what happened? I think X just rugged them, right? So, Rogue was born from the Rogues. Yeah, so literally they just got banned their ex got banned today. That's actually mad. Maybe that's a sign that they're gonna go up because this guy ain't giving up on it so easily. So maybe that's alpha for you right there, and it's not in the paid Discord. They got it way too early. Anyways, if I would have shown you the actual Twitter, so this guy is making his own art. He's like a proper artist. He shared his own account. And he does pretty well. I'm not gonna lie to you, like he actually does really decent like art, posts all the time. So I was like, okay, this guy's actually working for its bag. He was applying for like Coinbase listings, coin market cap, all that sort of stuff. Bybit, obviously he's not getting listed on them, but I'm just saying he was applying for them all. So it shows you this guy's actually working. The dev is working. At 50k market cap, I would be crazy not to take a risk like that. If I see this guy hustling like this and he kind of knows what he's doing, he's applying for all these, like exchanges and stuff like that to get listed. He's posting art. He's constantly getting engagement and stuff. Dude, who am I to not even hold to like 4, 5, 6 million or even higher? And am I telling you to buy? Maybe I am because like this guy literally just made the X again. He is not giving up, so that's pretty good. Let me see if I can find the artist. Um, yeah, B Sol, right? So this guy draws the frog, right? Whatever. So, uh, if you can see here, starting something new, blah blah blah. He loves the adventures or whatever, right? So like he literally just look like Binance and all that sort of stuff. He posts so much, bro. He literally posts so much. Um, I think this is the one maybe where yeah. So this is the actual Twitter, right? So Frog Soul 1. I think he might have got like shadow banned or something, or I don't know what's going on. Maybe he wanted to change the X so it's actually Frog on Solana instead of Frog Soul 1. But whatever, right? I don't know exactly what's going on there 100%. But listen, I feel comfortable in saying this was a good project. And now you're like, okay, so you've identified one because you found them. And how did you find them? Dude, literally go to BULLX, go to Pump Vision, right? And you sit here and you hustle your ass off. You keep checking projects. You keep checking the about to graduate, the new creations, and find tokens that are new. Find like it's gonna take a while maybe to find something like a 20x. But if I click on it, he has good art. It's his own art. Oh, I see he's an artist now. Oh my god, he's like posting non-stop. He's going up slowly. He's not rugging. The developer wallet's kind of good. Like you go to holders and the developer like see this inside shit right here. That's not good. But say it was like a proper good distribution and you're not scared and he's only holding like 2% max in one wallet and it's okay for a dev to have more than 5% or 10%, dude. Usually when a coin's gonna go up, the dev usually has like 20 to 30 or 40%. People don't realize that, and people aren't smart enough to realize that. But at a 2 million market cap, they do have like 20 or 30% most of the time, like when it's like one of them proper coins that's going to be sticking around for a while. It's not just they're going to have like 3% of the supply. That's not how it works. It's never worked like that. And you probably won't even catch some of them. But some you can catch, and I'm showing you for example I did. Right. Now, let's talk about Lucy and all these coins. That's like my second highest X right there, and we can go to Billy, right? So you're like Billy. Oh, what's Billy? Alright, dude, I fucking post this thing consistently, right? You're wondering why do I post Billy? Bro, it's simple. It's such a nice meme and it's funny. He's a cute dog. It's whatever. It gets a ton of engagement. Look, like I'm liking most of his posts. Well, I like some of his posts anyways. Yeah, see the lotion, everything. Right. Dude, why do you think this was good? Right, let's just go. There's a different reason I said by Billy, and it wasn't because it's such a big coin. Everybody kind of knows Billy now. It's kind of a famous coin on this crypto Twitter now, and you're like, oh my god, what is that? Like that's an insane like 200 million fell off. Right, we got to about this point. Let me just show you real quick. Let me draw this chart. Right, so we're going down like that. You can kind of draw it like this if you want. Right, you're not gonna get much out of it if you do draw it like this. You're gonna kind of want to get this here. Right, so we'll draw it perfect to there. Right, then you're like, okay, wait, that kind of stopped. That's not doing that anymore. Like that was the all-time high. Then you're kind of going on a downtrend here, and it's hit like a little resistance fall, right? So you want to call 50 million resistance, whatever, right? I'm not the guy to say that it is, right? And then you're like, okay, right, let me draw from the top where it's kind of, going back up and has a bounce back to another point, right? So I'm talking like maybe here, right? And then you're like, wait a second, right? You see this chart and then you're like, okay, still not bullish here, right? It's hitting kind of a resistance. You'd be very brave to buy at 50 million. And I personally wouldn't have bought there. But then you're like, you draw another line, right? And you don't have to draw, but I'm just telling you how I analyzed it. And you're like, okay, what's going on here? Dude, it gets to about 20 million, or like, I think I called it at, I don't know, what did I call it at again? Um, it gets to 17 million where I called it, right? And I'm like, bro, this coin is getting shilled by everyone. Mitch, all the big guys kind of shilling it, and some haters on it as well. And then you're like, wait a second, like what's going on? How is it like doing these numbers? Like, how is it getting as low as 17 million or whatever? And then I was like, okay, like at this point, you would be crazy not to buy. The amount of engagement this has alone, it's not going lower than that. And if it does, right, you've lost. You made a risky play, but it wasn't a risk. It was a calculated risk. There is so much more reward at buying at that low dip than there was. And then, dude, once it breaks out at that point there, you're like, okay, now it's genuinely time to buy. And you'd be scared if it went back down there. But if you held, and which I tell people always hold, if I'm giving a call, I know why I'm giving the call. Boom, bro, bounced to even 80 million candle, but I'm saying 70 million. I just say all time high 70 since I called it. But literally, like, dude, it did go to like 80 mil. And now, what's going on with it now? Well, dude, I actually think it's going to bounce up again. I think it's going to 100 million probably. So that's another easy 2x. But that's just how I analyze this coin, right? And so you're like, oh, you read the charts. Nah, bro. The main factor was it got to such a low resistance level, like 17 million, where people were just buying it up, posting it, saying, oh, you're fading Billy, etc. It was getting so much engagement. People were starting to get some FOMO. Simple. You're going to make money on people. Always buy in the red, dudes. Buy in the blood when people are scared. If people are scared to buy, you should be happy to buy. And you should sell in the greed. When people are talking about it, that's when you sell it. So yeah, that's just my example of how I analyzed it. Should you do it? Yeah, dude, you should. You should do your own analysis on the coins and give your own opinion. Don't just buy it because I'm buying it in the paid Discord or whatever. I know I'm shilling it or whatever, but you don't have to. I'm just showing you my 100k journey, right? This is what I'm doing to find these winners that will get me to that 100k mark. And dude, I cannot wait to buy that Rolex. That's the main thing I'm looking forward to. Always guys do help me out and use BULLX because it does help majorly. um, I might just go for one more coin and that's it. Right. So we're talking about whiskey here. Now, this is more of a shithousery of a coin than anything, right? So, you have to be on crypto Twitter and you have to be active on my account, or not my account generally, but just on crypto Twitter in general. It would have helped if you had subscribed to me or followed me and turned notifications on. So basically, what Moonshot is, it's a copy of Pump Fun. If you don't know what Pump Fun is, go to my other videos, learn what it is, learn how what it does, etc. Right? So Hutski came out as one of the first coins on Moonshot that would have this new meta where the developer earned fees for every time the coin was traded, and also the top 50 holders that bought before it graduated from Moonshot to Radium would get a fee. And people were going crazy, like, this is the new meta, and it was the first coin. So, dude, I literally seen it at 500k and I said, boys, scoop that up. I put it in the Discord, sent it in. I was like, okay, dude, went to 2 million. You would have got a 4x straight away. And if you're not taking profits at like a 4x, you're kind of stupid, right? And then, the only reason this fell to 30k is because it's not actually a meta. The thing is, you have to be before it graduated, so that sucked. People thought at the time that it wasn't when it graduated. You just had to be a top 50 holder. So I was like, whoa. And then the developer getting fees as well was like a big like positive, as in like the developer is going to work because some people are working for his bag technically. So if you get trading volume, you're paying him for trading. Yeah. So anyways, dude, it was like one of them coins that it was a meta coin and you had to be there. Guys, follow me on X, turn notifications on, join the paid Discord if you want, it's in the description. Join the free Telegram, it's in the description. I go live all the time starting at 2 or 3 p.m. every day now. Thank you guys so much for your support and for the continued growth. I will catch you in the next one, guys. See you later.